important step. We always talk about like keeping the momentum going. We always said we wanted to be first and foremost a really hard team to play against. And at 60 minutes when we're in it, I think we sort of started to believe more and more. Obviously they came out pretty fast, and there was a bit of hanging on to start with. I think as the girls started to adapt to the pace of it, I think we started to really believe in what we've been doing behind the scenes and how that transmits to the pitch. Examples would be, we managed to put them into their half, and we defended for our lives inside their half. So look, we're building minutes, we're building important moments within games, which feeds the evidence really, which feeds the confidence bank. So we're getting there. It's the next step.
Edel.
Through, Sinead.
Yeah, Edel, do you want to? Yeah.
Just building on what Scott said, it's unbelievable feeling, but the group had a massive belief all week. Like what Scott said, we believe in what we're doing. We believe in the connections that we have with each other. We believe in the staff. We work really, really hard off pitch, and we work even harder on pitch. We're competing every training session. So that's, for us, that just validates exactly what we're doing. And we couldn't be more proud of the girls.
Yeah. If you could pin it down, Scott, like what would you say was key to that performance from your end?
I think Tricky's already mentioned it. I think the belief in one another and the connections with each other. I think, look, we've brought some new coaches in, and I'm delighted to see their work come to fruition. We've invested in our pack. We wanted more from our set piece against a strong New Zealand team tonight. It wasn't all perfect, but we were able to drive them. We were able to hold our own in the scrum, and the sort of kicking game that really can only come to life if you can defend high up the pitch. So we put them in the positions that we wanted to, and I think it's pretty reflective, really, of where we've put our work. So, the forwards piece with Connors, the defensive piece with Hugh, and then the girls bring it to life.
Congratulations, well done.
You over to Michael, who has his hands raised.
Hi guys, congratulations. Scott, it's never perfect, but fairly close across the full 80 minutes. I mean, defence, discipline, clinical when you got your chances, and keeping cool heads throughout the game.
Hey, we said we wanted to fire shots. What would success look like for us in this tournament? We wanted to build our sort of pressure moments. So obviously in the Six Nations we'd built a good few, but we'd had games where we didn't build enough against tier 1 opposition. So look, they're a good team tonight. We've paid them full respect. Really, at times they've had us on the rope, and it's been a bit of heart, soul, and effort that's kept us in the game by defending with our lives for each other. But we've been able to maximise more pressure moments on our terms. What does that look like? More penalties. We get a scrum, we get a penalty, wait for breaks and scores. We get a penalty, gives us an in. We're 10 metres out, and we get a bit of a drive on them, which creates another opportunity. So, yeah, look, we're starting to build our pressure moments against tier 1 opposition, and we just, not get ahead of ourselves. We've won a game. It's a really big moment for this group. It's a really big moment for Irish women's rugby, but we've got to keep going after it. There's 2 games left to come, so we're going to enjoy it, but we're going to keep going after the next 2 games.
It's obviously a squad effort, and you don't like singling people out, but Aoife Wafer outstanding again tonight, and obviously a big impact from Aaron off the bench.
I think we got two superstars there coming through, but neither one can do it on their own. Tricky's leadership, some of the line speed from a prop that Neva Dowd puts in here is incredible. It looks slightly different to the men's game, but she can keep repeating. I think there's performances across the board out there, really. So yeah, not singling people out, but we've got a couple of special players coming through, and the rest of the group sort of giving them the platform to perform is what it's all about.
And he panicked at the end. The ball went dead in overtime, and the referee awards a scrum. What were you thinking then?
get there for the scrum, win the scrum, kick it out.
Yeah, no panic.
It's very boring. I'm afraid those moments are for the fans. We're literally next job.
Very good. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
New question from Richard.
Hi folks, congrats Scott, congrats Edel. Scott, the fight in the team is obvious now, and the kind of, as you say, you're incrementally growing, but just the pragmatism as well, and the ability to know what to do and do it. Are you pleased with that as well? That there's that calmness as well as the heart and guts. I mean, you talked about the grit, but just that pragmatic getting it done as well.
Absolutely. Well, there's a couple of things. The pragmatism is probably where you decide to play with what amount of pressure on you. We said we want to be a hard team to beat. First and foremost, you have to build really strong foundations, and then you can start exploring other parts of the game. It can't and won't come the other way around. But we're talking about like building experiences. So, you know, being pragmatic has given us an opportunity to win a game, and kind of some of the evidence-based stuff that we need to get through as a group. You know, we've now put ourselves in a game. We lost the lead. We managed to come back up the pitch, put ourselves in the right part of the pitch to then go and win a penalty, to then get over. And you know, Dana kicking the points at the end is a massive sort of evidence-based confidence piece that we can keep referring back to now. So look, there's more tests to come. We know that. It wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Some of the pragmatism, some of the bits actually we've had to rescue, being a bit behind the eight ball at times. So we're kind of building. We're going to keep building. We're going to keep building momentum. Roll on next week.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the Six Nations, great finishing third, qualifying for the World Cup, but to some people, almost WXV1 felt like the potential downside of that. How almost concerned were you at that time, and how, as time has gone on, how much more convinced have you been that you could come here and compete?
I'm not sure that's one for me. I think it's one of the players that we're really excited about coming to this. Learned some of the lessons maybe from last year that Wales sort of came and weren't able to perhaps develop the depth of squad that we needed. We're going to continue building depth. Yep. It's going to be really important, but I don't know, from my perspective, just really excited to test ourselves against tier one opposition. Tricky, I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, no. The minute the opportunity came, we were like, yeah, absolutely, we deserve to be up with the best. And that's where we want to challenge ourselves, because we know we have a World Cup to compete in, and this is the platform where we get to show the world that we can.
Yeah, and how important was the Australian game 2 weeks ago just to get that win and play the rugby you did?
I think that's the Australia game gave us a chance really to show a bit of variety. It showed we could play a push game. It showed we could play a territory game. It showed we could play. We could have a crack in the backs and create line breaks and tries. So look, we've got variety in our locker. As and when we'll put our best foot forward for whatever fixture we're in.
Yeah, and finally, Edel, just been on the sideline for that last few minutes. They snatched the lead. How did you feel at that point? Were you pretty confident the girls could find a way?
Yeah. I think we knew what we needed to do, and we knew we had confidence of the girls that they would put themselves in the right area of the pitch again to ask the questions. It's always a physical game against New Zealand. We've been preparing all week for a physical game. They got the territory piece right. They got the physical bit right, and then they're able to execute amongst the highest pressure. So, yeah, look, we're building something. We'll probably need a few more tests in that. There'll always be bigger tests to come. We've just got to try and keep being consistent with it and keep trying to grow it.
Great, thanks. Well done.
Thank you. That is a wrap on all of our questions. Thank you, everyone, for joining remotely, and thank you as well.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.